We're obviously proud of the team. We talked about coming in here and expecting to win. You know, so we expected this. We've been playing pretty well, and we wanted to come in here with some confidence. And you know, that's why I was a little disappointed they were all celebrating after the win on the court. I told them we're going to shake hands and celebrate in the locker room, and they didn't listen, but that's okay. I'll let that slide. You know, we didn't play great. We played good, and we still won. And now the thing that I'm trying to get through the guys is, okay, and Roy Williams used to say this all the time, you might be on the right track, but if you're standing still, you can get run over. And we're on the right track, and we'll enjoy this win till midnight, and then we'll focus on Southern Miss because we have a tough week next week. But this win, I think, since I've been here, you always want to get a signature win, and we haven't had one. And to me, this was it tonight. And hopefully it's not the last one in this season or in Moody Coliseum. Obviously, the players that stood out, Pop was unbelievable. I mean, 23 and 14 against Memphis, that's big time. Derek Williams, 25 points, and then their foul shooting, 11 and 13 for Pop, 14 and 15, and as a team, 33 and 38 was just sensational. And again, we didn't play great, but I don't think we got rattled down the stretch like we did against UAB. And so our team grew up tonight. Any questions?
Coach, since you've gone to the matchup zone, the team has just been playing so much better. Do you think they're just keep building on what they've had in the past with the matchup zone?
Well, I think that it gives them confidence, and we've been holding people, you know, pretty close to 40%. Tonight, though, Memphis, because of their versatility and their movement, created problems for us in the matchup zone. And even though we were in good shape, I went to man-to-man with like 2 minutes to go in the first half and stuck with the rest of the game. But there's not much difference between our man-to-man defense and our zone, really. And so, you know, the concept is keep the ball out of the paint and make it shoot contested jump shots and get back in transition. And that starts with offense. The better you take care of the basketball, and we had 14 turnovers, but the better chance you take care of the basketball, the better shots you get, then you can set your defense. So I wanted them to always stare at 5 defenders. And for the most part, I thought we did that, whether we were in a man or the zone. But the zone has been good. I think we've got an identity now. Since I've been here, we didn't have an identity. And when you take over a program, you don't know what you have. You don't know what the league's like. You don't know what the school is like. Because sometimes I think your style of play should reflect the university, if that makes sense. You know, and we can't be like Memphis or Houston or UTEP. You know, we're just not built that way. So we've got to be more like Vanderbilt, Georgetown, you know, Notre Dame, you know, and that fits who we are. So we've got to you know, establish an identity. I think that's established now from an offensive standpoint and a defensive standpoint. And now the good thing is there's success with it and hopefully continued success. And then we can recruit to it. You know, where when I first got here, I had 7 scholarships available. So I'm looking, all right, take him, I'll take him, I'll take him. Well, how are you going to play? Well, I think I'll play like this, but I'm not sure. And I don't know how the league is yet. So do I play with 2 post players, or does my 4-man really a big 3? You know, so now we kind of know what we want. So I may see a 4-man, but he can't shoot, so I don't want him. You know what I mean? But he might be a good player. So that helps all the way around, if that makes sense. Sorry to bore you with all that.
Coach, talk about how the team has responded since that UAB game, going 4-0.
You know, that game, we could have gone either way, you know, and then was the next game at Rice? Yeah, I mean, you know, so you go on the road, and then Mo, I didn't take Mo with me to Rice. And I think I changed the starting lineup in that game. Yeah. So a lot of things could happen. We could have imploded, or we could have gotten better, and we got better. And I think our guys, and this was my job as a coach, looked at the UAB game and said, you know, we're pretty good. We're pretty good. You know, don't let 2 points, 1 basket, impact how you feel. because we lost by 1 to UAB. We could have easily won by 1. If we won by 1, we'd feel differently about ourselves. Don't let one basket make us feel different. Feel good. Feel like we're getting better. Now my challenge as a coach is, all right, we can't feel too good. You know, and that's the thing about coaching. You know, you want them in this range. You know, you don't want them to fall below this and be too down. You don't want them to be too up. You want to keep them in this range. And so, you know, like yesterday, I got on them because we were loose in practice. It was not a good practice. And I said, you guys think you did something? You won 3 in a row. We're 9 and 10. You know, we haven't done anything yet. And so I think they got the message.
What was the difference early in the second half when you started making your comeback?
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, right now I've got to see it. You know, it's like, what'd you have for breakfast? I had no idea what I had for breakfast. You know, what happened at that point? If I had to guess, it'd probably be Pop. I think Pop started to go to work inside, and they had a hard time dealing with them. But I don't know for sure. You'd have to look at the game. What do you call that? The running score or whatever. So I don't know at that point. I just thought our defense was pretty good, and you know, they only had 12 offensive rebounds, shooting 33% from the field. So we've got a lot of the defensive rebounds, 27 of them, and so we kind of, I think, did a good job of maybe limiting the one shot, and then Pop, you know, went to work inside.
Was there a moment later in the game when your previous teams might have let Memphis take control back, and this team didn't?
No question. And listen,
was there a
there were
moment?
some things in there where we had some empty possessions. You know, we didn't get a good shot.
Right.
You know, we had a turnover. And I'm thinking, oh no, don't let this happen. I said a couple of prayers, you know. Don't let this happen, not again. You know, let us pull this one out. And I didn't think our guys got rattled. You know, Pop one time threw the ball away and ran back, and he starts beating himself in the head. And, but yet, I think then he made a block on Witherspoon. You know, so you know, those you can't let a bad offensive segment impact how you play defense. You've got to be able to transition mentally and emotionally to the next play, and I think we're better at doing that now.
How big was Clinkscale's 3 come off the bench
right
away?
Credit Steve Lutz. Steve said, you know, this might be a game where you throw Rodney in and he'll hit a 3 or 2, you know, 1 or 2 threes. So I put Rodney in, and Rodney's, you know, doing his thing, and all of a sudden he lifts up, and I'm going, oh no. I mean, I literally said, oh no, 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 whoop, and I look at Steve and high five him. It was pretty big.
He wasn't towing the line or anything.
Coach, you're talking about the identity of the team. For those of us that don't get to see you play very often, describe what you think that identity is, and just how important that is now in year 4 of I guess 5.
Yeah, I think first of all it's got to be half-court defense. Well, I'll go back. It starts with taking care of the basketball. Our turnovers are down, although we had 14 today. But you know, coming into this game, I think we were around 12. Last year we were about 14 or 15. So we've taken better care of the basketball, and our offense is better. We do more offense than we did last year. Last year was just ball screen and kind of a little bit more one-on-one, and we took bad shots. And we had 6 new players, and I was just glad they showed up on time. You know what I mean? So this year we put in a little bit more intricate system where we kind of know our looks, and it's, I call it the spread offense, like June's spread offense in football. You know, the receiver, the quarterback has a progression of reads, and we have a progression of reads in our offense. And so we get better shots, so we shoot a higher percentage, although we didn't shoot a high percentage tonight. And then that lets you set your defense. So now, okay, what are we defensively? You know, well, we're not going to be a team that can full court press and get in passing lanes. We want to protect the paint and make you take contested jump shots and box out. And so whether we're in a man or a zone, you know, that's what we want to do.
Coach,